Hola clase! Today we are learning to make a precedence chart. As usual, I will give you a how-to step-by-step guide on how to do it, and then we'll make an example together. Precedence charts are used to order tasks when one of them needs to be finished before another one can start, so I can tidy the tasks that compound a project. And remember that precede means come before, so what you're thinking is what needs to come before this specific task. Now for our how-to step-by-step, you're going to use 3 columns. One of them is going to be the task itself, then the precedence, and the time needed to complete that task. You label your tasks alphabetically, A, B, C, and as many as you need. And first you find the non-dependent tasks, things that don't depend on anything else to be done. And you mark them with a line, a horizontal line in your precedence. Then you fill the rest of the precedence column, working task by task. Let's see that in an example, they asked me to create the precedence chart for a project of baking a cake, and they tell me that the time is in minutes. They've given me the tasks, and this is a project that most of us are at least a bit familiar with, so we can have an idea of what needs to come first and afterwards. So first I'm just going to label these tasks alphabetically, so each one has a code basically. In our case, we go from A to H. And then I'm just making myself a couple of lines to be able to put things tidily. If you're working on paper or refill that, it's not necessary. And I can go ahead and copy the times that are given in brackets in minutes into the timing column. After I'm done, I can start filling the precedence. What I'm doing is checking if a task depends on a previous one to start, to be able to start. I can select a recipe and find the bakeware without any of the other tasks having been finished. So they are independent. We call them non-dependent tasks, and we mark them with a line, a horizontal line. Next, we start checking the rest in order, and I cannot preheat the oven until I know the temperature I have to preheat it to, which is in the recipe. So task B, preheat oven, depends on A, select a recipe. In other words, A must be done before I can start with B. So you write A in the precedence column. Getting the ingredients also depends on the recipe, so we write A in the precedence again. The next one, E, measure and mix the ingredients, depends on actually having the ingredients. So D, get the ingredients, needs to be done before, so I write the D in there. Now to do F, pour the mixture into the tin. I need the tin ready, C, and I need the mixture to pour, E. So task F depends on 2 previous tasks now. And we write them both in the precedence column, and I separate them with commas between them. The same happens with baking the cake. We need the oven heated, which is task B, and we need the mix ready, task F. So we write them both in the precedence column, B and F. And lastly, we cannot put the cake to cool until it's actually cooked. So task H, place cake on a tray to cool, depends on G, bake in the oven. So we write it. When we reach the last task, now our precedence chart is complete and it's ready for the next step. So now it's your turn to actually go and practice. Thanks for watching.